Hey resellers, thanks so much for tuning into an extra special What Sold video. I am trying a new format of What Sold because I feel like you need to see these products more than you need to see me talking about the products. So I am screen sharing with you today. I have my store actually pulled up. I think I've done a decent job of blocking out the buyers' names, but definitely let me know how you feel about this format of video. Like I say, I think it's important that you see more about the products that sold. So we're going to get straight into it. I'm going to be talking about 20 products that have sold in quarter 4. So every single one of these products has sold October 1st or later. I'm going to be doing many of these videos as we're in quarter 4 so that you guys can see exactly what my store is pushing out and what buyers are buying in quarter 4. So let's just get straight into it. We're going to do one take here and talk about these products. This first thing that sold, I will enlarge it here. I just picked these up. These are like little kids building blocks, exactly what it looks like. They weren't in perfect condition. I picked these up for my son actually, and you can see like they're rough around the edges here. He played with them for years and years. I bought them at a Goodwill and had sanitized them for him. Like again, you can see these are not in perfect condition. These sold for $19.90 plus the buyer paid $12 shipping. So I feel like that was a really good sale. Expect to see lots of toy sales in quarter 4. There's no reason why we won't be seeing toy sales. So yeah, $19.90 for these. Weren't even vintage wooden building blocks. Well, I say building blocks, but they're like the letter blocks. A lot of people use these for crafts. If you do see these and they're vintage, definitely pick them up. But you can see like from the little characters there that these aren't vintage, but they still sold for a really good amount of money. Like wooden toys always sell for good money. Melissa and Doug, things like that. Let's see what the next product is. This is a vintage Swingster extra large red long jacket, blank. I included the word blank because a lot of people are into screen printing or any sublimation, or a lot of these jackets have branding on them. This one did not. Made in the USA, collar, snap, front, 80s. This sold overnight from listing it. Swingster is a brand that I like to pick up in hats, men's vintage coats and jackets. Anything that I see that's Swingster, including shorts, I pick it up. This was a best offer of $20. I had a lot of men's jackets that I posted. I paid between $1 and $3 for this jacket. I got a couple different deals and a couple different prices that day in the thrift store, and I want to say this one might have been $3. So when the buyer offered to pay $7.50 for shipping plus the $20 for this vintage jacket, absolutely take it. It was in the first 24 hours. That paid for the entire lot of jackets, I think. So yeah, quarter 4 makes sense that this winter gear is selling. I'll show you guys what to look for on the tag there. It just says Swingster. Maybe I could show you even better here. You can see that. Swingster is always a good pickup. This next item was another vintage men's product. This is a single stitch, vintage size extra large Michelin all over print, tire tread, single stitch, t-shirt, gray. Most of the time when I include the word gray, I include both spellings of it, G-R-A-Y and G-R-E-Y. Tell me, comment below and tell me how you spell the word gray, because I feel like people spell it differently. This one, the buyer paid $5.10 shipping, and I sold it for $24.90. My husband picked this up for $1. He picked it up because it was single stitch. I absolutely love this all over print that was on it. And let me just show you, this is on a Hanes Beefy tag. And yeah, here's the Michelin man here on the pocket. Super, super cute. But yeah, so I'll just show you here. This is how I display measurements in my photos, armpit to armpit, and then I will also do the link. Is nowhere in the description. Like, my descriptions are as basic as they possibly could be. Vintage, like it's the title again, and then it says, I ship fast, please see all photos, thanks for checking this out, and God bless, or some variation of that. And I think now I've like copy and pasted it, and I just have like a quick thing that I paste onto every listing, and it says ships fast, please see all photos, God bless, or something like that. That's it. My measurements are in the photos. Look at the photos. So vintage t-shirts are always a good pickup, quarter 4 or not. Here is a lot of 3 Boy Scout scarves. The title is Lot of 3 BSA. That stands for Boy Scouts of America. Boy Scouts of America neckerchiefs, 60s, question mark, vintage. Okay, these sold for $21.20. I have like a couple dollars into this. I think this is actually part of my vintage buy where I got everything, all the vintage pieces that I bought, I paid $1 a piece for. So is this something that I would have paid $1 a piece for? Probably not, but you have to understand in that vintage buy, and I have a video about that where I picked up 140 pieces of vintage. They charged me $1 an item. I'm talking like vintage fur coats were also $1. So you see how that worked out pretty well in my favor. I, happy to pay $1 for these. I actually didn't know how much they were going to charge me until I got up to the register with this cart overflowing, and then they called the manager and she said $1 a piece. That was a really phenomenal vintage buy. If you have not seen that video, I'll link it below in the description so you can see it. But yeah, $21.20 for 3 neckerchiefs. Boy Scouts of America stuff always sells. This is Stephen King's It. This is a pre-Halloween sale. This is a first edition hardcover 1986 Viking Book. Viking Book was undoubtedly the publisher on this. Here's how I photograph books. I have the front of the book. I have the inside with the dust jacket. I have the copyright page, which is going to be important, especially if you're trying to claim a book to be a first edition. I have the back side of the dust cover. I have the book with the dust cover removed because a lot of times there can be like discoloration in here and buyers want to know. That SK is beautiful there. The back of the book with the dust cover removed. I actually don't even have a picture of the back of the book with the dust cover, so my bad on that one. This sold for $47.40 with $4.45 media mail shipping. I'm sure I did on this one because that's a pretty hefty book. So yes, that would probably sold being pre-Halloween, but all of the Stephen Kings that I picked up, they've sold quickly. I have a few of them still listed, but not many. This is a pair of Adidas by Stella McCartney. Now that is a collaboration that you want to look for. I feel like almost anytime Adidas does a collab with somebody, it ends up being a pretty big deal. Like they have a Beyonce collab, they have a Pharrell Williams collab, they have Lego collabs, this Stella McCartney one. Adidas collabs with people, I mean, just look at Yeezys. That's pretty much an Adidas and Kanye West collab, and they are always a big deal. So Adidas by Stella McCartney, and I will show you how I knew that these were Stella McCartney. Let me see, somewhere on here I'm sure it said Stella McCartney. You can see these things weren't even really in that great a condition. I mean, the soles of them were a little bit worn. They do have boost, which is a big deal. Maybe that's where it said Stella McCartney there. This is the inside of the shoe. Again, not really that pretty. This is where it said Stella McCartney right here. So if it would zoom for you guys, you could definitely see. There we are, Stella McCartney. And I had these listed even higher than this. I accepted a best offer of $50 plus $9 shipping because I did consider, they're not really in that perfect condition. Let me show you what the inside of these look like again. There is wear here, and then there is wear here on the inside of these. So $50 plus $9 shipping. That was a great sale. This is another Q4 related item. This is Old Halloween Streamer. Guys, sold for $11.50 with free shipping. This was free in a bag of stuff that I bought. I did not even buy this, but I was like, you know what? That's old. It's vintage. This was the only new one. These were both partial rolls, and I put it up, I think, for like $14.99 with free shipping. We got closer to Halloween. It's October. Absolutely. $11.50 with free shipping for something I didn't even buy to sell. And knowing that this gets a new life somewhere is great. So always, in Q4, consider the holidays that are approaching. These sold for substantially less than what I expected that they would. These are women's Spanx black velvet velour slimming leggings. And they were a plus size. So being a 1X and being Spanx brand, I did expect these to go for more, but the bulk of the time that they were listed was during the summer, and these are velvet velour leggings. So had I held on to these into Q4, I might have gotten more for them, but I'm trying to trade in my death pile and trade in my inventory for a car. So here's the craziest thing. Look at this. This is like, what, a 32-inch waist, and these are plus size. From a brand that is like all about empowering women. Okay, I'll just leave that right there, but a 32-inch waist to be plus size is like a little bit crazy. That's a 10, 12. Anyway, $36 plus $5.80 shipping. This is a Veggie Tales. I want you to really look on the right side of your screen here, and like the far right, and see. You see how stained this guy is? Stained. Look at this. Look at these pictures, and here is my description of him. Larry has been well loved, and it shows. He's stained. His voice box doesn't quite complete his phrases. Price reflects. Ships fast. Please see all photos. Thanks and God bless. $26.70 for this stained Larryboy. I bought this again, I believe, at a a garage sale or a thrift store or something like that. My son played with it. Like, this thing is like toasted. Veggie tails are as much of a bolo as Octonauts. All right, the hard to find toys. I mean, you can buy Veggie Tales toys today, and I know Ollie's has had them in the past, and you'll get 100% of your money back when you go to sell them. So $26.70 for Larryboy. Pardon me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this in one take, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me that I just had to cough. Don't leave a comment about it. Okay, these are boots. Who doesn't expect boots to sell in fourth quarter? If you have little ankle booties, if you have high boots, if you have over the knee boots, get those listed, because this is when women are all about fall fashion. And what is more fall fashion than a tall riding boot? I'm going to surprise you on this. These are Fry boots. These are a 7.5. Everything about these points to them being a pretty daggum good sale. These were listed over a year in my store. I'm still not sure exactly why they didn't sell for more. $30 best offer with $10 shipping. I was glad to finally get rid of these. They're not in that messed up condition or anything. The toes even, they're not that bad. And for those of you thinking I would have bought these Fry boots for that, they've been in my store for a year, so I don't know where you've been. Like, you can even see on the bottom here, they're really not in bad condition. So I'm not sure why these things didn't sell for more. I picked up 2 pair that day, and like here on the heel, you can see, that's not perfect. So maybe that's why. And there was a little bit of wear in here. But see, that's almost a fault of my listings, is if there's anything slightly wrong, I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to ensure that the buyer sees it. I don't want them to have any reason to want to return this. And then these are vintage Fry made in Mexico. So I don't know if what contributed to this very low, in my opinion, sale price of $30 plus $10 shipping. But boots are a fourth quarter bolo for sure. Here is another item I expected to sell for more. 5 resellers could help me out on this. Maybe it's because of the size. It's only a 35 by 54. Vintage crocheted granny square Afghan blanket throw, handmade soft. I didn't want to include Roseanne as a keyword here, because on Roseanne's, it's that she has like black in between where it's white here. But this granny square Afghan I expected to go for much more, $19 plus $8 shipping. So, but definitely I would say blankets and throws and Afghans, things like that, would be a fourth quarter, something that you need to have in your store for fourth quarter. This next item is super, super fun, you guys. One of the most fun costumes I have ever picked out. This is a vintage adult Spaceman 50s 60s costume, alien astronaut, shiny silver future, handmade. Let me show you the zipper on this. There was a hole here. There was some discoloration here on the crotch area, actually. And okay, so here's the zipper. This is the key. This is what told me that this was handmade. This is what told me that this was vintage, because outside of this, it just looked vintage, but a lot of things can be duplicated. But this metal zipper here and the way that it was sewn, okay, there we go. So it says perfect on the zipper, and it was absolutely beautiful. But the way that this thing was sewn together, you could just tell that it was handmade. Being handmade, I definitely needed to show all of the measurements here. So I showed the bust, I showed the hips, and that's all I showed apparently. These are boot covers. This is a belt, and I think I even showed how it was going to be. Oh, this is a collar that goes on it. So let me just show you one more time. Look at this. This thing is so cool. This sold within days of listing it. I listed it at $44.99, but I had my store on 25% off, including even my new listings, because once again, need a car more than I need a Spaceman Suit. $33.74 plus $7.50 shipping. I included a note to the buyer. Thank you so much for appreciating vintage like this. I just think this suit is so cool, and it might have fit me. I don't know. Maybe I need to check the measurements again and see. Like, I think this thing might have had hopes of fitting me, but I did not try it on, alas. Thought about modeling it. The next item that sold is not a fourth quarter item at all. Kind of surprised about this one, but it was listed for a little while in my store. So it was 11% off, sold for $13.34 with free shipping. Nothing super special about this. Ann Taylor Loft size 6 striped dress, A-line lined 100% cotton, and there's a stain somewhere on this dress. Let me find it. And the buyer messaged me and said, hey, have you tried to launder this? And I said, no, I have not. And actually, I'm not even seeing where the stain is now, but somewhere there was some discoloration. Let's see what I wrote. Light discoloration on the back of neck as pictured, ships fast. So let's go to the back of the neck and see. I guess back here maybe there was just some light discoloration. It was something very small, and again, sometimes I think that's almost a fault on my listings, that I'm so overly honest about anything that is wrong, because like I really want the buyers to know I don't offer returns, and I don't want to have to. I don't want a buyer to get an item in and there's a fault on it that they, were not aware of was going to be on there. This next item, my son picked these out. He was 4 years old at the time. I didn't list them right away because I did not want it to be a stale listing by the time that fall and Thanksgiving and Halloween rolled around. He's 5 years old now is why I say that. But a 4-year-old picked these out to sell, you guys. You can find stuff to sell. We walked by these at the thrift store and he said, Mommy, these plates are so pretty. And I turned them over and found out that they were Pottery Barn. So my title in my keywords, Pottery Barn Thanksgiving Fall Watercolor Harvest Pumpkin Salad Plates set of 5. So the buyer got all 5 of these. They do list, and sell $60 to $70. I listed them high at $72. These were captured in a 27% off sale. So the buyer paid $12 shipping and got these for $52.56. And many of the listings that you compare to are free shipping. Always consider when you're pulling up comps, how many of them were free shipping. What was the buyer all in at? Kat the Nurse Flipper is always talking about the buyer is all in at XYZ, and she includes the shipping price because you need to know how much altogether a buyer is willing to pay. So I just wanted to show you on here where it says Pottery Barn on these, and then I also I measure the plate straight across, which is sometimes hard if they're very concave there, but these were easy to measure. And then so you're looking for Pottery Barn, this logo here, everything Pottery Barn sells, and anything obviously fall or pumpkin related is big, not only around Halloween, but Thanksgiving as well. So you still have a month to get that kind of stuff sold. Be thinking about Thanksgiving dishes. My friend Carissa, the Chosen Goods reseller, was just talking about like rotisseries, and I was mentioning on a video gravy boats, platters, anything that people need for Thanksgiving, salt and pepper shakers, pilgrims, pumpkins, fall leaves, acorns, oak leaves, cornucopias. I have a couple basket cornucopias that I need to get listed. Maybe I'll list those tonight because we are knocking on the door of Halloween and it'll be Thanksgiving before you know it, and people are going straight to Christmas after that. This next item I bought when I was in high school. I have kept it all these years, and I don't think I paid this for it in high school. $35.93, and the buyer pays $8 shipping, $7.95. The complete Hank Williams Jr. 3 CD set, $19.99. Okay, so here's disc 1, disc 2, and then there was a booklet in the middle, and then disc 3. Disc 3 is hanging out over here, and here's the back of it. Couldn't be easier to photograph. I have 5 photos, and $35.93. And it says 16 product ratings, so be sure if you are listing something like, media or anything with the UPC code that, if you sell similar, all those product ratings are attached. So then when you scroll down, here's where people have actually rated and reviewed. Now, some people use these rating and reviews to review the seller because they don't quite understand how that works. But most of the time, you're going to get a review of the actual product that you're selling. So the next item that sold, again, not really a fourth quarter item, but it's a Victoria's Secret pink, which is always something good to look for. This is just a tank top, sold for $13.34 with free shipping. Victoria's Secret pink size, large racer back, white logo, spell out tank top workout. So I included workout as a keyword there. This was an item that was given to me to sell. I have more given to me clothes than I know what to do with. So $13.34 with free shipping, $3.50, $4 to ship it. I can clear $8 or $9 on something that was given to me for free. That's wonderful. Becky, my mannequin, modeled her. I measured the pit to pit measurement here. Always include the tags. People have a lot of questions about the material makeup of an item, various things. Vans and Marvel. So if you see an X like this, like that's a collaboration, like we talked about with the Adidas shoes, you know, Adidas and Stella McCartney. These were Vans and Marvel. Female superheroes, black, white, graphic print sneakers. So I say female superheroes because that is all that is on these. So you don't want to just say superheroes. Be more descriptive than that. These were gifted to me by my friend Alicia, and she gave me these to sell. These were sold for $21.82 with $7.50 shipping, and these were bundled up with another item actually. But you can see like they weren't in perfect condition. Vans are kind of hard to clean down here, and it looked like they were selling for around $30. Letting go of inventory, especially, you know, like I say, inventory that was given to me to sell is 100% profit. So $21.82. I mean, the buyer's all in right at right under $30 there. Here's an item that won't surprise you for fourth quarter: a vintage General Foam Plastics blow mold black orange pumpkin or Halloween pumpkin candy bucket, sold for $12.87, plus the buyer paid $5 shipping. I wrap these little suckers in some bubble wrap and put them in a poly mailer. I have never had a single complaint about that. If you have a light enough box, just I see no reason not to keep this first class, because $5 shipping will cover it first class. But if you have to go priority because your box weighs more than this pumpkin does, there's just not a whole lot of profit in them unless you have a super rare one. So $12.87, $5 shipping. Yeah, you will absolutely see between $15 and $20 on most of these pumpkins. I have two other ones that I listed at the same time, same day as these, that I still have. Halloween is this next weekend, so I would assume that I will be hanging on to those. That is all right with me because they will sell next year. They may even sell directly after Halloween. You see sometimes an influx of sales post Halloween. You could put all your Halloween stuff on sale if you want to, like the big box stores do, and get rid of your inventory that way if you don't want to hold on to it until next year. But I have sold candy buckets in the middle of summer sometimes, sell them in the spring sometimes. People that collect and are like heavy collectors of Christmas and Halloween or whatever holiday, they're heavy collectors all year round. If I saw a really cool piece for my snow village, like my Christmas village, it wouldn't matter if it was April. If I saw the piece and I liked it, I would still buy it. So don't fret if your Halloween stuff has not all sold. Speaking of Halloween, this might have been a Halloween item. This guy's face is a little creepy, right? Let me see if I can make this. I don't think I can make that larger for you. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is the Fantastic Four, the Thing Dress Up Face Chest Plate Marvel new Halloween costume. I'm not sure why or how I got away with the word new in there. I sold similar, and that should not have said new. You can see down here condition pre-owned, and it says Fantastic Four. Again, the word is new there. Face mask is missing a foam piece on the right inside as pictured. Yeah, this thing was not new, so that's totally my own fault there. Sold for $17.76 plus $9 shipping. And I'll show you this piece right here. You see how there's a foam piece here? There's not one over here, so that's what I was talking about. And he's not in new condition. I mean, he's like a little beat up in some spots. I don't know if this is one that they don't sell anymore. I mean, Fantastic Four is a pretty recent thing, but maybe this is discontinued, is why the buyer needed to buy this secondhand. It's pretty cool though. It was definitely for a child size though. I had like measurements here because it was smaller than what you would have thought. And then, like, I had my 15-year-old try it on, and it was kind of comical. So, the last item that I'm going to tell you guys about in today's video, but I will be putting out another one of these very soon. I just don't want to overwhelm you. I'm trying to keep the videos a little bit shorter and not overwhelm you with too many what solds at once, but I will be putting them out more frequently, especially for fourth quarter. But this item, the buyer just left me some good feedback telling me that they were so impressed with the quality of my vintage and that they would be coming back for more vintage items from me because it was such a good price. This is a vintage white beaded sequin bridal wedding bride purse evening bag gold handle. Those are some wish style keywords there. Your title doesn't have to make sense. It needs to be searchable. You need to put in anything that a buyer would look for in a title when they are searching for this item. This sold for $20.25. It had been listed for a little while. I actually got this again as part of that vintage buy. So this cost me $1, even with free shipping, and I was able to mail this first class and still protect it well. Even with free shipping, I was able to make a profit on this. But this bag is beautiful. It's just sequins and like seed beads. So it's 5 inches by 10 inches, a very small bag, and this beautiful, delicate golden handle. But you know what you don't see here? You don't see a brand. Please don't pass up these beautiful vintage purses, especially when you can typically get them for less than $5. Do not pass them up just because there is not a brand on them. Here I am showing the drop. If you're going to sell bags, the buyers often want to know what the drop is. And this one is what's considered the drop, from the top of the handle to where the closure is. And then I wanted to show how this handle actually folded up here. And then look at this intricate detail. Can you even? Like, that is so beautiful. They did get a good deal on this. I had no use for it, and I'm so happy to give this to somebody that would love and appreciate it for $20.25. So those are, I think we're at 20 items that sold for me already in quarter 4. And let's see, this one, if I can move up just a little bit, maybe I can tell you. You're just gonna see their ID anyway. I was hoping to maybe tell you when this sold, because I started on October 1st, and yeah, I don't think we're very far into it. We're maybe on like the 1st or 2nd. So I have a lot of 4th quarter videos that I can push out to you guys and let you know the types of things that are selling. Let me know what's selling for you during 4th quarter right now. If you don't care, just comment one thing that that you've sold since October 1st. It could be anything, but if you guys would just comment one thing down below. If you have watched the video to this point, you know, Barbie dolls or new toys or Lego, or maybe you're selling tank tops too. Maybe you sold a pair of flip-flops. Comment one thing below that you've sold this month in October. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. It means a ton to me, and God bless you. Thank you again. Catch me on my Friday lives, and I will be uploading videos right now every other day from now until the end of the year. That's my guarantee to you guys. So God bless you. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, treat your business like your business.